Hi guys, and welcome to the My Inner Sim channel. Today's video is Hideaway Haven speed build, which is my first house that I've built since Cats and Dogs has come out. I'm really excited about this build. I originally intended it to be for a Let's Play that I'm going to be starting, but I'm a little bit concerned that I may have made it a bit too big and that the bills may be too high, so I may have to reconsider using it for the Let's Play, but I'm going to test it out and see just how much they actually will be. This, of course, has been built in Brindleton Bay, the new world that came with Cats and Dogs. I'm so excited to check out this world, but I've been so busy kind of focusing on building this house and what have you that I just haven't even had chance to actually explore the new world or play with the cats and dogs or anything like that. So I can't wait to get started on that very soon, as soon as I get these videos sorted. So this house is going to be very much a family home. There will be a living room, a dining room and kitchen, and a study and a small bathroom downstairs. And upstairs there's room for 3 bedrooms. The master bedroom has a ensuite bathroom, and the spare bedroom I made has a ensuite bathroom as well, and I turned the 3rd bedroom into a gym for now because I'm not sure that I need it to be a bedroom right now. Now of course I did make this house a little bit big, and I intended it to be just one sim originally, but I'm thinking that maybe, you know, she could have a roommate, someone she's been friends with a long time who's moved in to help her out, and that maybe she inherited this home from her family, hence why it's so big, and it's something for her to grow into, and you know, if she eventually starts a family and what have you. I do of course place in some pet furniture. I placed in some items so that she can adopt a dog, or own a dog, should I say. So she will be starting with a dog if I do end up using this house. Now it took me a little while to get the layout right with this home. I really wanted to put in the bay window style so that I could put in the window seats. I couldn't quite get the roof to work out quite how I wanted it, so I ended up placing in a couple of balconies to the upstairs windows to make it work. I used as much cats and dogs items as I could, but some of them, they just didn't quite have the right feel for me, or I'm not as keen on the kind of worn look furniture, so I don't use that as often. I'm a little bit disappointed there aren't some new kitchen counters. I feel that, you know, that's something they could have added in as well. I can't remember which ones I used in the end, possibly the Parenthood ones. There's so many packs now, I can honestly never remember where the items are from half the time. But yeah, it's all good. Now I've gone for a, you know, house that's themed kind of like the rest of the houses in the world on the outside, but on the inside it's quite colourful and bold in places, which reflects, you know, my character's colourful kind of character. Loving the new roofs, with the fact that we're able to curve them more. I was trying to do it on a smaller dormer window in the roof, but ended up having to expand it because it doesn't actually curve on just one tile. so I had to make it bigger to work. I used all cats and dogs windows. I believe I've got the wall covering as well for the outside, and yeah, I think this pack's really good. I mean, there's so much cool stuff in it. It's awesome. I'm so excited to actually get into the game and play out my Let's Play. It may be another week before I get that started. It's just dependent on work because I've got quite a busy week ahead. So this is the biggest house I've actually built in a while, and especially the biggest I've built for a speed build. So obviously it took me quite a while to actually create. So this video will be in two parts. The first part consists of building the actual house itself and decorating the downstairs inside. And then the second part will carry on from the decorating the upstairs. It is a shame that it ended up being so long, but I kind of sped it up to 8 times, and it was a reasonable length, roughly 35 minutes long, maybe a bit less. But when I watched it back, in places it just kind of was too fast. Like 8 times, I really don't like to use 8 times, so I've managed to drop it down to 6 times speed, so it should be a little bit more viewable. I find if you put it on 8 times, it just, you know, it's hard to even tell what you're looking at in the catalogue, and I don't know if that's something people like to look at, you know, and when you're kind of cycling through colour swatches and what have you, it can be a little bit intense when it's sped up too fast. When I eventually came to the working on the back garden, I really wanted to place in the dog training equipment, you know, like the tunnels and the hoops and what have you, but I couldn't fit them into the garden. I'm so disappointed. I do place a pool in the back, and I kind of wish I'd maybe sacrificed that for the dog training stuff, but I suppose it is adaptable, you know, if you want a bit more space for that, then it would easily probably work. I'm loving the little doggy doors that are in the game as well. I placed one at the front and one at the back, just so that they can get in and out. I haven't placed any upstairs because I kind of like pets to be more downstairs, but I'll need to assess that as to whether they need placing in, because it's obviously I've not played it yet, so I don't know if they want to be able to wander upstairs or whether it will cause like errors or anything, you know, with them kind of saying, hey, I can't get into this room, but I want to go see my owner, kind of thing. And I probably would have placed more in upstairs if I was intending to put a cat in the house, but I kind of thought with a dog, you know, they can live downstairs, and I create a little pet bed area with a toy box in the living room for them. And of course the downstairs is pretty much I mean, they are little rooms, but I use the archways, so that shouldn't be a problem for them getting around and what have you. I placed in a chimney at the side, and I never really kind of thought about the layout. I wasn't able to put in a fireplace upstairs, which is a shame, and I have got one in the dining room, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm happy with the placement because it's kind of just at the edge of the kitchen. But the chimney just wouldn't have worked anywhere else. So yeah, I'm not too sure on that one, but you know, it kind of works, but kind of doesn't. I would have liked it to have been more like central in the dining room, rather than off to one side. But it's nice to have it in there, and the pets kind of like being around the fire, so they have somewhere to go, I suppose. So I'm not going to talk over the rest of this video. There will be a few screenshots at the end of the living room and kitchen and dining room, etc. and the rest of the screenshots of the gardens and the upstairs and what have you will be at the end of the second part, which I do really hope you get a chance to watch as well. I've really enjoyed building this house. It's been great fun. I've really pushed myself to build something bigger, which, you know, for me it's not something I'm confident with, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Quite proud of myself, and I really hope you enjoy it. You know, and it will be available to download on the gallery once the second part is uploaded to YouTube and eventually to VidMe as well. So I'm going to stop talking now and leave you with some music. And once again, I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and thanks for watching. Bye.